Just counting down to the close today. Sure enough, it's been disappointing considering the opening gap did not sustain. So we've come off about 200 odd points from the top of the day. But still, I would say it's okay considering we managed to latch on roughly around the 9400 mark for the better part of today's trading session. On Kotak Bank, Sudeep as well was just highlighting whether or not, because of their conservative nature, they'd manage to capture the growth when the economy does revive. More than that, I think the big overhang on the stock, of course, is not the numbers, because the numbers have been strong, but it's actually the fundraising which has kept the stock at bay. But that's that on Kotak. I also want to see what Maruti is up to, because the conference call is currently on, and that also should be reacting to its management takeaways. Maruti will just come up for you on your screens next. Going steady into close, BHEL laps up about 24.5% gains. You've got a Canara Bank which goes home with a 13% gain on the futures. REC holds out by about 12.6%. M&M Finance looks good. Indiabulls Housing as well has had a green day. And from within the Nifty, there's been Axis Bank which goes home a very steady mover, 6.5% higher there. L&T has been a very strong ship. You've also got Ultratech Cement, ICICI Bank, M&M, SBI, Bajaj Finance. These are all names which have held very strong, as has Bajaj Auto with a 2.25% gain to its shoulder. On the flip side, Nestle reeled under pressure after its earnings yesterday. 5.6% is the kind of cut that you've seen on Nestle. It's managed to close at the lows of the day. Aside of that, there's also a Sun TV, a Torrent Pharma, Biocon ahead of its numbers tomorrow, Aurobindo Pharma. They have also been some losers. Actually, largely you would have to say the entire healthcare space, led by Apollo Hospitals, which also goes home with a 1.5% dip. Glenmark as well has come off from the peak of the day, though a green close, 1.4% higher. And then Lupin as well, which has managed to close in the red, about 1.25% dip there as well. 840 thereabouts is where Lupin shut shops for the day. The breadth, having said that, has managed to outperform the benchmark indexes today, has managed to stick by with the gains as opposed to the Nifty, which has seen a bigger cool off from that opening gap. But CK, what's been your takeaway on how trade has been? The fact that we cooled off from the top but managed to stick on with that 9400 level. What's the takeaway for tomorrow?
Well, I think I would, focus on the second point which you made with your sentence now, that the market has managed to hold on to the gains. So you see, we had this terrific open, which was more or less expected given what was being shown by the SGX. But then the initial sell-off brought the Nifty future down to about 93.55. And then subsequently during the day, although the high and the low got recorded within the first, let's say, 30 minutes or so, the market spent the rest of the day going between these two levels. But pertinently, they tried to go below the morning lows, I think twice during the day, coming as low as 93.60 just about, say, in the last 30 minutes. And all these have held despite the fact that people got a chance to exit from their longs. Some of the people who went long in on an intraday basis, they also managed to make some money. So all of these put together still could not dent the morning support zone. So I think that's a positive. It shows clearly that people want to wait and see what the FM has on offer. I don't think it's going to get over in a day, because the way it seems to be panning out, perhaps we'll have a press conference for more than a day. And therefore, the market might actually want to wait for a couple of days, churning around these levels. So my sense here is that pretty much 100 on the downside and about 95, 96 on the top side. We will remain the range for the next day or two, and after digesting what the FM has to say by way of details, the market may make up its mind as to which way it wants to head. So it would be a nice trading range with a definite bullish bias, and lower levels intraday can be used for buy for tomorrow as well as day after.
CK, good to have you on the show as always. Winding down with that 2% gain for the index, managed to lurk around that 9400 mark, 93.94 though on the Nifty futures and closing bell. It's really been a clutch of PSUs as well as the beaten down financials, which have managed to steal the show today, led by BHEL with a 25% gain, Indiabulls Housing, Can Bank, REC, M&M Finance, even a Bandhan Bank, wherein 100% of their microfinance book has opted for the moratorium. That managed to recover recover in the green, about 9.5% after its earnings. L&T Finance, BEL, BOB, PFC, IDFC First. These have been your significant movers today. On that note, we'll take a very short break, just counting down to 4 p.m. when the Finance Minister is going to highlight the contours of the fiscal package.